What's going on, world? Coming at you guys again. We got another quick video. The death of Nolan Wales. Let's talk about it. So I made a video earlier based off of the interview that happened with Officer Tatum with one of Nolan Wales' friends. Now, according to this individual in this interview, he made a statement that he said he personally knew people that died out at Horn Island. But a quick Google search shows that nobody has died, according to public record or official account, in the last 20 years except for Nolan Wales. So I pose the question again, is this guy a liar? Now we also have the conflict of the timeline. Now this individual, apparently he said that he saw Nolan Wales saying that he was supposed to get on the boat and they were getting ready to leave. And Nolan said, no, I'm going to go hang out with Katie. And he left after repeated attempts. The problem with this story is Katie left the island at 3 o'clock p.m. The kids, his friends, didn't leave until 4:30 p.m., which is an hour and a half later than Katie left. So it technically would be impossible for this to occur. The only scenario in this situation that could have occurred is Nolan could have told his friends that, hey, he's going to go hang out with Katie. But the reality of the situation, that would have had to have happened before 3 o'clock p.m. because that is the official departure time of her boat. Which means that it is very likely that a lot of this stuff is not accurate. There is no real explanation for this to legitimately have happened. What's more likely to have occurred? Nolan Wales possibly told his friends that he was going to go hang out with Katie. Went to go look for her, couldn't find her because she left at 3 o'clock p.m. He came back to talk to his friends and say, hey bro, I can't find her. I'm going to come back with y'all. And they told him, fuck you. You can't come back. You bailed out on us to go chase the chick. Find your own way home. Now we're talking about the scenario about the give me my effing phone. They didn't want to give him his phone. An hour and a half transpires and they finally leave. Katie's already gone. Nolan's not on the boat. The last time people had conversation with Nolan is allegedly when this individual said he saw Nolan with his arms wrapped around Katie, which was before 3 o'clock p.m., which means from the hours of 3 o'clock p.m. to 4:30 p.m. for the friend's official departure time, there is 1.5 hours of unaccounted time for Nolan Wales, in which clearly he would have had the opportunity to make contact with his friends to try to go home. Within that hour and a half time frame, I can only assume that he tried to get back on the boat. They told him he couldn't get back on the boat because he didn't want to help with the problem in the first place, and he fucking should have just went to go, find old girl. And the reality of the situation is he probably said, let me get my phone, and they told him no. And that was him allegedly arguing on that video saying, give me your effing phone. And they refused to give it to him. Now, what happened after that, I don't know. But what we do know for a fact is out of 30 people that left that island, Nolan Wales was the only one who didn't make it back. So the question begets, the reality begets. We already know for a fact that this guy made a statement saying that multiple people that he's known have died out at Horn Island, but there are no public or official accounts or records of anyone dying out there except for Nolan Wales for the past 20 years. And we also know for a fact that Katie left at 3 o'clock p.m. And Nolan allegedly went to go pursue Katie to see if she was still there when she said she had a conversation with him. And she specifically said that they parted ways and he went back to his friends. So her testimony or account of events checks out. So that next hour and a half from 3 o'clock to 4:30 p.m., that's the question of where we talk about negligence, maliciousness, vindication, murder, manslaughter. These are the questions that need to be answered and looked into, because that 1 hour and a half timeline that separates Katie leaving and then the kids or the friends leaving from 3 o'clock p.m. to 4:30 p.m., that's your definitive golden hour and a half about what really happened to Nolan Wales.